Hello everyone, and welcome to the After Hours podcast. I am the Stranger, and today it is episode 3. I would like to talk about the topic of dreams. Now, what I love about dreams is sometimes they can be very nice, or sometimes they are unfortunately not to our likings. But I remember one dream that I had. I was driving through this sort of dirt road on like very grassy hills, and all around us there was like fog. It was me and a person that I knew a long time ago, and I think that's what's interesting about dreams is that like you can take these mundane ideas and almost whimsicalize them in a sense. And I think while I was driving there with my friend, it made me think, I find it interesting that you can just go into these spaces and then have all these like random occurrences, and sometimes they have meaning, sometimes they don't. Honestly, who really knows? Maybe it doesn't really matter. But I was driving along and we found ourselves at this grocery store, and it was like these two little bleachers out in the front, and they were both facing like this huge like metal garage door. And I remember there being like a few people scattered around everywhere, and a few people just watching watching what was going on. I think there was maybe like a street race or something like that. I remember some sort of like I think sedan type of car. God forbid they're racing with sedans. But when I was going inside, I remember going past those metal doors. As soon as they were opening up, I'm walking right by my friend, and all of a sudden I found myself in the very middle of this grocery store, and I'm like, wow, this is really nice. It was like very, very bright fluorescent lighting, had a lot of like little like fruits and things here and there. And I remember I turned around because my buddy, he taps me on the shoulder. I turn around and there's just these like two guys there, and they push us all the way into like this stand of like avocados that was like just as wide as both of us, because like we both went down. It had like avocado all over us, and we like get up and like they like completely disappear. Never see him again for the rest of the dream. And at that moment, we're leaving there, and I find that there's nobody out in the bleachers. And then I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I look down at my clothes, and there is no avocado whatsoever. So I'm like, all right, that's fine, I guess. I'm glad I don't have to clean that up. And we really get back into my my vehicle and drive way out into the fog. Now the question is, what's the reason that I'm telling you all this? What's the reason for any of it? And I'm going to tell you that question right now. Absolutely nothing. Thank you all for joining me. This is the After Hours podcast. I am the Stranger, and thank you for tuning in.